my friends, hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Console Carrie here, bringing you another Animal Crossing video. Today we are on the island of Crumble, where the cookie crumbles. First item of business, I have a cold. I hope you will be able to understand me okay, and I will try to enunciate without being too annoying. All right, so what are we doing today? Well, I thought we could work on our fish market build. Have you ever been to a fish market? I've never been to a fish market, so I'm not sure how good this build is going to go, but I have kind of an idea of what I want. All right, so let's get started. So who are the owners of the fish market? If you know, you know, I am assigning 2 villagers to each build, and they are responsible to take care of that build, take care of that shop, take care of the customers. So who did we assign to be the keepers of the fish market? Let's find out. Well, this is the first one, Anchovy. So appropriate. He's named after a fish. He's a bird, and I'm kind of suspicious why he applied for the position. Probably so that he could have little snacks. All right, we're on to you, Anchovy. And his partner, his business partner, is none other than Nibbles. 'Cause fish nibble. Fish nibble on stuff, right? His color scheme doesn't match our Forestcore too much, so I thought I would put him as far away from the neighborhood as I could. But he's still cute. The yellow roof kind of goes. The green, not so much. Nibbles himself, not so much. I see he is making himself at home. What's up, Nibbles? I am Cookie Monster. Here I am, just like I promised. I've been looking forward to living on Crumble ever since you invited me back at the campsite. That's right, Carrie cheated and did amiibos. I hunted for the first month and I was like, I'm done with this. Let's get it done. All right, so we have all but 1 villager that we need here on the island. All right, Nibbles, we're gonna work on your fish market. So let's just kind of give you a little idea of the layout. Behind their house is a little forest, of course, and then this little waterfall. I'm pretty proud of it, you guys. I'm pretty proud of it. It's a build I'm working on. Got a little bridge, pond, and stair situation. It makes a nice view from their yard, and then they're gonna have a shared yard here. I have plans for this yard probably next video. This video, the farmer's market, is going to be across the road and in this area. Speaking of the road, I love this brick pattern. I'll try to share the creators with you that I have so far at the end of the video. But I love this brick pattern. I think it makes a big difference over just the dirt, and you can put in-game pathing under it and it doesn't change its shape. So I also like that it's white and kind of light. I'm trying to be outside my comfort zone and use red brick to match resident services, which I usually go with the gray. So there's that. But I love this brick pattern. I really like it. It's got that little bit of white in there. It's nice and bright and cheery. All right, moving on to business. This is the space that I am working on for the fish market. It's a medium size. It's not huge. Let's see how big it is. Let's do a little shuffle and count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 6 deep. And then this is probably pretty long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'd almost like this to be one more wide. Down the road, after the challenge is done, maybe I might do some adjusting here and there, but for now we're going to live with this. I think it's enough that we can center the fish market with the yard. That's kind of what I want to do. And this is the middle of the waterfall and roughly the middle of the yard. The yard's not symmetrical, sadly, but we're dealing with it. We're living with imperfections. So this would be my center mark. So coming down here, this will be my center mark. So I'm thinking I need flooring. So I'm thinking I will do the flooring to the extent of their yard over here, and then we'll get to building. All right, so let me show you what I'm planning on using. My designs are a hot mess. Some stuff is just ideas. I'm not necessarily going to use all of this, but we're working on it. All right, so this is the brick flooring that I really like that I've been using for the build. I do have this little bit of grass. I'm not sure how I would incorporate that. I might come back later and incorporate that. Right now we're just going to use the basic 9. Yep. All right, so let's get to laying down some flooring. Okay, I like that. That looks good. It's centered between the two houses. This is up forward a little bit into this walkway, but we're really not going to have a walkway that goes from this bridge straight across. We're going to make the villagers go around it, so it's probably okay. I could shift this back one, but it would take some doing. So that would probably be an after challenge video. All right, so let's get started building. So the first item that will be, I've got a bunch of items in my pockets, so we're gonna try this and see what it looks like. All right, so the first thing I want to do is put down some storefronts. So, and I didn't color code them or anything. I think they work perfect with this flooring, brick flooring. So we're just gonna put them back to back. And then, are we using stalls with this? We are. Okay, All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push it back to the edge. Kind of the illusion that there's more on the backside. But we all know we can't turn the camera, so it is what it is. All right, so let's do 2 rows here. Push them together. And I'm not sure if this is centered yet. I'm just getting them in place. Getting them close. Okay, I need one more storefront. So I had a genius idea. So Nintendo, are you listening? I have an idea for you. So we all know that we can't see the items, and it would be super awesome if we could. But can you imagine as a programmer changing every item? I don't even know. There's thousands. But I came up with a good idea that is very similar to what they are doing with the other inventory. What if they made it possible for us to sort and alphabetize the items in your pocket? And then at least you could use the alphabet to kind of find what you were looking for. Is that not a genius idea? I mean, come on, maybe that's the next thing. Is there going to be a next thing? That is the question, isn't it? All right, does that look centered? I don't think so. Let's see. I think it needs to come over to the left. Yeah, it needs to come one to the left. I just love these storefronts. I hope it's pushed back far enough. All right, now we're gonna put a stall in front of it, and I've already color coded it to something close. I think this looks good, you guys, don't you? It's something that's close to the storefront. I'll show you the code here in a minute. Oh, I'm standing in the way. There we go. Is that not fire? I think that looks awesome. All right, I'll show you the code I'm using for the stalls. It's just this. It doesn't even look like stall code. It looks like it's supposed to be floor planks. But this is the creator. Do you read Japanese? Because I don't. But like I said, at the end of the video, I'll show you my creators, my code creators. All right, so what should be on the stall? Boy, this whole situation is, the centering is bugging me. I mean, the stalls are centered, so maybe we need to pull this flooring back Maybe that's what we need to do. Let's do that. Let's pull the flooring back. And it can be grass, or we could do... That looks fairly even. All right, let's fix the edges. I know it's not the most exciting to watch me put flooring down, but it's part of the build. All right, yeah, that looks better. It's not exactly, I think it's a half a square off. Let's see. I don't think I can make it perfectly even. I think that's the closest. I think we're gonna go with that. When we get more stuff in there, it won't matter. All right, so I have an idea. Do we have just regular fish or just the stacked? Fish container. That's what I want to do. All right, imagine you bring no, you know what I want to do? I want to do the cash register first. Okay, imagine that you've come to the fish market as a fisherman and you want to sell your fish. And you want to know how much it's going to be. All right, so I'm thinking an assembly line kind of thing. So we'd have the cash register where they pay. And then maybe you put your fish up on the counter here to purchase. And I could color code that to something else down the road, but we're just we're kind of spitballing some ideas here. All right, and then I was thinking, where is that? Got one thing here I'm looking for. Let's be over here. Yeah. Okay, so imagine you come up to pay. No, I don't like how this is. Let's do this over. Sorry, guys. All right, imagine you bring your fish onto the counter. Okay, you put it on the counter. And then you want to know how much it is. We're going to need to know how much it weighs. All right. And then... No, that's not how this goes. All right. I sort of am making this up as I go, you guys. All right, fish. Yeah, the scale should go here. I'm just kind of thinking about how it would play out, how they would weigh and process their fish. All right, so let's put the fish on the ground. You could even stagger it. You could turn it, something like that. Okay, so imagine you bring your fish, you weigh it. And then the boys will give them a price. Okay. And then say let's say oh, can't find it. Where is it? Did I put it away? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's say you want a printout of your fish weight and stats and stuff. Yeah. And then I was thinking of using this like, oh yeah, and then we have a sign here that says it's free. It's free to get a printout of how much your fish weighed. I mean, isn't that cool? I thought that's a cool idea. All right, and then maybe there could be people in line. With their stacks of fish. Put this here. I've got 3 stacks. Not sure if I need all 3, but you could have like have them staggered. But what if you had one up against this tree? I was debating whether to keep this tree here, but it might come in handy. Something like that, maybe. And then I also need well, there's the fishing rod. It could be like they dropped their fishing rod. There's that. You could maybe put a chair here where people are waiting. A cooler would be a cool item. What if you put it like try to tuck it in over here? Doesn't tuck very well, but yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that actually looks good. All right, and then over here I was thinking of putting the dried fish operation. And I don't want them to be able to leave a different way. I'm trying to make a directional island. Okay, what did we get? That so rudely interrupted us? A typewriter. That might come in handy. All right, yeah, so I'm not wanting them, I'm wanting them to come up here and then come over to the side to another build. So I'm gonna block this off. So you have to really think hard when you're when you're doing a directional island where you're telling them how to go. Oh no, is this not? I might have to stagger these. They are pretty big items. There we go. Might look cuter anyway. Okay, yeah. And then as they come down, they would have this fish. Maybe we pull this over. We could maybe put a bush here. Let's try it. See how it looks. Little greenery. Yeah. We need something right here. Do I have anything? Okay, so I have the mini workbench. I kind of want it to be closer, like it's part of the build. I've been trying to do something a little crazy. I've been trying to add the workbench and the... Maybe we push this back a little bit. That's pushed back a lot. About right there. That looks pretty good. So this is like he's drying the fish with his little workbench. I've been trying to do something a little crazy where I have a storage shed a workbench, and a cooking apparatus at each build. And then no matter where I am, it's convenient, right? All right. So this looks pretty good. You could maybe do a leaf pile here or something. I'm just kind of still figuring things out here. Oh, that was for me if I needed food. This is kind of empty. I'm not sure what to put here. I do have more fish containers. What else could we do? We could put the shed in somewhere. I've got the shed back here. Let's grab that. The shed could go... Maybe we take the fishing rod out. I don't want to block the door completely though. Let's see what it looks like. Sometimes you just have to try things to know whether you're... Oh yeah, it doesn't really block the... It doesn't really block the... I kind of like that better. And then this is more like a walkway. I could put a little stone path. That might help. Let's try that. I have these little stepping stones. Different kinds. I kind of like this one. So this is like stepping stone that they would walk over to. And you can maybe put one here where they stand a lot. Oops. Oh, darn it. Maybe one there. Fix that. Maybe one in front of... Maybe I try a different one. Maybe this one. One that looks like a claw. You can tell that we're a half a square off. Alright. Yeah, we can step off and use something. The only thing I don't have is a cooking apparatus. I need some smaller cooking. Let's see what I have in storage to add. Oh, you know what? I might have something upstairs. Let's check. Okay, so the idea is, I mean, we're pretty much done. That wasn't hard, right, you guys? All right, so let's say you're coming along the road, and then here's the little fish market, and then you come upstairs and you can have some fish that's prepared. But do I have... And then maybe over here I'll put like a little cooking station. Yeah, that's something I'll have to work on. Not today. I'll have to think on that. But I think that's where I'll put our cooking situation. That's where we'll put the cooking situation. Yeah, what do you guys think? I wanted a fish market where it also sold meals. That was kind of my idea. So, yeah. And I have two of the same thing up there. As I catch more fish, I really have been bad about fishing. I need to incorporate that. But yeah, this is my build. Yeah. Not sure that there's a good spot to screenshot. Because here, can't really see. Maybe what we'll need to do is stand here, and that kind of gives you an idea. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That might be my thumbnail. All right. you guys, this is a build that's done. Next build, we are going to do something here. So you're just gonna have to wait and see until my next video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you would like to see more content, please hit that bell, do all the things so that you don't miss it. And as always, I'll see you guys on the flip side.